Hi, welcome. So chances are you're here to find out how and why you can benefit from a prolonged fast. So this is your beginner's guide to your 24 to 72 hour fast. Okay, so what happens in your body is obviously cells have a lifespan, and some cells get to a point where they are kind of a little bit beyond repair, they're limping on and they're not able to regenerate and repair. So at this point you can bring in what's known as stem cells. So stem cells are cells that actually don't have a function yet. Your body hasn't assigned a purpose. So it's waiting for your body to tell them where they need to be sent and what cell they need to turn into in order to benefit the body best. And you can actually produce stem cells from a prolonged period of fasting. So from 3 days onwards, so 72 hours plus, is where you can be increasing your stem cell production, which is incredible. They can help with healing your brain, your bones, your colon, you name it, your stem cells can transform into what they need to be. As we get older, stem cell production decreases. Also, it decreases if you're living a diet of high sugar, if you're living a highly stressful lifestyle. All these things can bring the production of stem cells down, but prolonged fasting can actually jumpstart and kick your stem cells into production again, which is fantastic. Also, antioxidant and zinc levels will go up in your body as you fast, as your body is needing to draw on them in order to repair and renew. It really needs those to accomplish that. But obviously then they will drop again afterwards, so something to be aware of. Your body is basically living off its reserve nutrient pool, so Dr. Eric Burke suggests that you take a multivitamin as you're fasting for this reason. So what are the benefits of doing a prolonged fast? They are amazing. Lots and lots of reasons. Number one, your immune system can be reset after a few days, which is incredible. Equally, because you are producing stem cells, you're also enabling your body to heal. You can reduce inflammation in your body. If you're struggling with that, any autoimmune conditions, this can really help you. You will find when you do a prolonged fast and your body is handling it well that you have amazing mental clarity, that you're able to think straight. And this is because your body is going into a ketosis state. So ketosis is where your body is no longer functioning on glucose, but it's actually transferred over to running off fat. And fat is very nutrient dense. So you will find that you have a surplus of energy, and that's one of the reasons why your brain is so clear as well. As a byproduct, you will find that you lose weight. Many people go into this though more for the healing properties that can happen through prolonged fasting. But just as a side note, so you know, you will lose weight. Your body is going to be living off of the fat that you already have. Your body will really thank you for doing a fast. So if you make it 24 hours, 48 hours, then you've just done your body a great service in reducing inflammation. If you make it 3 to 5 days, you're into that stem cell production period where you can start having that healing. And if you make it 5 plus, hey, I mean, your hunger pangs are probably more manageable, so you can hang on in there for longer. Again, listen to your body, see how long your body is telling you that it wants to go for. If you feel great and you've got fantastic energy, fantastic mental clarity, keep going. But if you feel like actually you're getting to that weak stage, don't worry, stop it and build up and just start again. One of the best tips I can give you is practice makes perfect. So it's always best to build up first. Don't just go into a 72-hour fast. If you've never fasted before, you don't have that experience. Doctors and experts recommend that you always build up. So start first with intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is where you stop your eating your food in the evening about 8 p.m. So you don't eat any later than 8 p.m. or 6 p.m. And then you pick up your breakfast later in the day, the following day, maybe 11 or 12 o'clock. This gives you a 16-hour window for your body to actually be not processing and just having that chance to work on internal things. Once you've done that for a little while and not having that shock of, oh my gosh, what's going on? It knows, it's been pre-warned, okay, these fasting periods come and I need to be prepared. At that point, you can move on to a 24-hour fast, and see how your body does. If it does well, then you can move on to a 48-hour or a 72-hour or even 72 plus. But listen to your body, because your body will tell you when it wants to stop. Now, the whole way through, you're going to have hunger pangs. Well, they come in waves, so it's just riding the waves out. But if your body is feeling weak, if it's feeling like your blood sugar has completely crashed and you're just feeling really rough, then don't worry, just stop the fast and start again, just build up to it. The other thing is just In our high sugar lifestyle, just to make you aware that doing a fast is going to be pretty rough. I mean, sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine, so that kind of withdrawal that you get from not having sugar is pretty tough for people. It's easier for me because I don't have a lot of sugar in my diet, but just for you to be aware that after day 5 things get a lot easier. So you want to be eating lots of veg in preparation for your fast. This just helps everything to be free flowing through you and not getting all stodgy and, you know, constipated. You want everything to be flowing well. Lots of veg. Also, it's giving you those nutrients that you need to see you through your fast. When you come out of your fasted state, you don't want to be piling on the food because you're so hungry. I mean, that's never a good idea. Your body has been reset, it's in a different phase, and you don't want to shock your body and your system into lots of food and now lots of work it's got to do. So you want to just start easing in with a little bit of food. Every now and again, every 2 hours, just give it something. If you want to be really good, then start with bone broth. Give yourself bone broth. That actually helps to heal as well. It helps produce collagen, so that's fantastic. And then you can also start taking some probiotic foods straight after. It's really important what you eat after you fast, because that's going to be what your body's going to be drawing on. So you want to give it fantastic fuel moving forward. You don't want to have large meals. You don't want to be overloading yourself with sugar afterwards. So give yourself kimchi, kombucha, sauerkraut, lots of fermented foods which are probiotic rich, and they are going to really help to build up the good bacteria that's in your guts. The other thing is keep busy, because in those first few days you do feel hungry. You know, you don't want to be sat around just focusing on the fact you're hungry, because that's going to be pretty tough for you. So for myself, like, I was doing lots of housework, and that was fantastic. It really took my mind off the situation I was in. It put my mind on something else. You know, I got to sorting out my house, getting everything in order, and that really made the time pass quickly. The important thing to mention is that it's not recommended that you do high amounts of exercise. At this point, you don't want to go and do your gym routine or anything like that. Really, housework is probably the limit of your physical exertion. Also, in preparation, just be aware that you are going to smell. So your oral hygiene is going to have to go up a notch. You're going to need to be brushing your teeth a bit more, maybe doing your mouthwash. Yeah, just be aware that that's very real. You want to be drinking filtered water at this point, because fluoride is a neurotoxin, and obviously you're trying to rid your body of toxins, so don't be adding that in. Anything your body gets, it's going to be using. Green tea is fantastic because it's full of antioxidants, so you can be taking green tea on your fast just for added benefit. And a very important note is you need to be keeping your salt intake up. So this is not your standard table salt, which we shouldn't be having anyway, but this is your sea salt or your Himalayan pink, organic Himalayan pink salt. You want to be having those kind of salts, or electrolytes. You want to be having that in filtered water. That stops you from passing out, very real. And just generally give your body lukewarm water and not cold water. You don't want to be overloading your system and giving any organ a shock. So there's some benefits and also some practical ways to undertake your prolonged fast. I was trying to do a 72-hour fast. I say trying because I didn't quite make it. I got it to 48 hours. I'm telling you these things from experience because I figured that I could go straight in to the 72, and actually my body really struggled with it. So I'll just tell you quickly what my symptoms were so that you're aware of that. But if you're going to be building up slowly, you shouldn't really be encountering this anyway. I was doing it more for the healing properties, looking to heal my gut fully from IBS, leaky gut, candida. I started the fast, all was going well. Obviously the hunger pangs really sucked, and they were coming quite frequently, and you keep thinking, just as a knee-jerk reaction, oh, I'll go and get some, oh no, I can't. Oh, it's probably time for me to go. Oh no. And this just happened constantly throughout the first day. Into the second day though, I will say that the hunger pangs got easier. It still wasn't fantastic, but so much more bearable. I did keep myself busy. By 11 o'clock that night, I was feeling nauseous, which is very strange for me. And I clocked it. I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning, and as I got out of bed and started to walk across the hall, everything started to go black. I remember picking up my phone and I couldn't see it. It was just a crazy state. So I sat down and I realised that, whoa, I feel nauseous again. I feel like I am going to throw up. So I was on my hands and knees, just trying to just control it really, keep it down. And I found also that I had the mild shakes, just very, very slightly on my hand, and also I felt my stomach and I could feel just a mild vibration. So I don't think that my body was handling the low sugar levels very well at that point. There was a lady who was going through similar symptoms to me, and she was saying that it's just your body flushing out toxins, because we release toxins through, you know, number ones, number twos, our sweat, and then also throwing up. So she was like, I'm going to ride this wave, but she was throwing up for the entire day and then felt better afterwards. So I'm there thinking, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to ride this wave with her, or am I going to call time on it? Because I'm sure that that's not right. And do you know what? I threw up. I threw up many times right after I was thinking that, and it was really rough. You know, I just thought in my body, this obviously doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to have that kind of response. So I did stop it at that point, and I started to introduce food slowly. And by the end of the day, I was able to handle eating normal food again. Just so you're aware, really, that when your body is handling it well, you should be feeling full of energy, feeling amazing, feeling such mental clarity, and able to go longer. But if you're having those kind of symptoms, feeling weak, you know, nauseous, all these things, your body is communicating to you. So really listen to it. There's no issues, because you can always start to do the fast again later, which I will. I'll be aiming for 72 next time I'm going for those stem cells. But I know that I did some benefit in terms of reducing inflammation for now. So really hope this is helpful for you to understand the how and the why this prolonged fasting is beneficial, and equally just a bit of my 48-hour fasting story. Stay tuned for my 72, because you know it's gonna come. Don't forget that I make healthy habits and lifestyle tip videos every week. So if you're liking what you hear, click the subscribe button below, or click the little ding-a-ling bell to see me sooner.